Good evening, everyone. Did Tennessee's health commissioner tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth to state lawmakers?
Tonight, new emails raised new questions about Commissioner Lisa Piercy's testimony about a controversial state contract. Among the questions, what happened to more than $2 million of COVID testing supplies that you paid for?
News Channel 5 Chief Investigative Reporter Phil Williams first uncovered the no-bid deal.
Our investigation first revealed how the commissioner awarded the multi-million-dollar contract in the spring of 2020 to a company that had political connections but no experience. Lawmakers called a special hearing, but the commissioner's claims at that hearing are now contradicted by the new emails.
We were pursuing all avenues, traditional avenues and innovative avenues.
Appearing before the legislature's fiscal watchdogs back in December, Tennessee Health Commissioner Lisa Piercy defended her no-bid contract with Nomi Health for COVID testing, a contract that one purchasing official suggested in this new email was awarded without proper vetting.
But once we realized this is not going to work, we're not going to move forward with this, it's not a good fit, we acted very, very quickly.
That contract for $26.5 million went bust when Nomi's test proved not to be reliable. Still, Piercy agreed to pay the company nearly $6 million.
For the actual hard supplies that we got, so 100,000 test kits and the PPE, that was about $2.5 million worth. We tried to get a refund on that. They would not refund that.
Piercy told the Fiscal Review Committee that $2.5 million went for COVID test kits that were placed in a warehouse until they were needed.
The test kits, some of them may have been used, some of them may still be there. To my knowledge, there's nothing wrong with the test kits.
But the email show Piercy was told directly, "I don't know if we'll be able to use those kits." Her laboratory director was emphatic. "We can't use the medium." That's the solution used to transport the nasal swab taken from a patient. Her lab's deputy director suggested trying to get the kits to Iowa, where Nomi did have a contract, before essentially tossing them here. Faced with no use for $2.5 million of testing supplies, the lab director said his team could dispose of them, adding, "What a waste."
We knew that she was not being truthful with that committee.
Former Health Department insider Dr. Michelle Fiscus recently told News Channel 5 Investigates that Piercy was told that Nomi's test kits couldn't be used here in Tennessee.
Nomi would never tell the lab what was in the transport medium in the test kits. And they knew, just by the look of it, that it would not be compatible with any of the other platforms in the laboratories.
And yes, Commissioner, I would like to know how many of those test kits we have available.
Happy to get that for you, sir.
How many we used?
Yes, sir.
But Republican Ron Travis says he never heard back from the commissioner.
We want an audit of this. We want to know exactly what happened. And we want to find out whether or not we're being told the truth.
That's why a new member of the Fiscal Review Committee is renewing calls for state auditors to report back on the Lee administration's no-bid COVID contracts that our investigation discovered total almost $500 million.
We have unprecedented levels of funding coming in from the federal government right now, and we have got to be vigilant about demanding accountability when and where we can.
News Channel 5 recently asked Piercy's office about numerous discrepancies in her testimony, including questions about those test kits. Her spokesperson insisted that, quote, Dr. Piercy stands by her testimony. Phil Williams, News Channel 5 Investigates.